I'ma talk shit in the world gone stupid.
Check your phone. Check your phone. Check your phone. Check your phone right now. Check your phone. We're back.
We're back. We made it.
With tons of unreleased content all built up, but we're still here. We're still bringing it back. Still doing it every week.
We keep coming back for more.
I got somebody was asking the other day. They're like, "Oh, there's 3 episodes." I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Okay." And I was like, "Yeah, we got." He goes, "Oh, you finally getting back to it." I go, "We never stop. I just haven't released shit."
It's coming. It's coming. We had a little hiatus because of the the holidays.
Because of me.
The holidays were summertime, or now we have the winter holidays. We had the summer holidays already.
Yeah.
Now we're back in full swing.
Yeah, winter.
And our editor Nick is back. He has some business. He had to step away for a little bit, but now he's back. So
Thank God he's back.
hopefully we'll start knocking things out.
We're nothing without you, Nick.
That's right.
I know you're listening. I know you're listening.
If not, you're editing this.
Welcome back. Anyway, I got back from my trip. I mean, my trip with the car. You want to hear about the car?
I'm dying to hear about the car.
You're dying.
Especially since I sent you that Instagram of your future car.
I don't remember it, but I remember watching it. What was it again?
It's a Honda, bro.
Oh, the Scion. The Scion.
Is it
No?
a Scion? No, it's
Toyota.
that's
Right? You sent me the new little
Oh, the
side by
Toyota
side.
side by side. Yes,
Yeah,
Toyota.
yeah, it's a Scion.
Yeah, it's not a Honda.
Yeah. Remember when my boy had the XB that's lifted with the snorkel and the roof rack? Remember
No.
Yeah, dude.
Yes. This
My
is
boy
Scion.
Ryan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking, it's like same shit. Not really, but not really.
Dude, but I bet that Toyota one's pretty dope.
Yeah, it's gonna be sick, but I don't.
They
know
don't
if I
make
can
shit I
trust. Yeah, I said that. I was like, do I trust a car manufacturer to make this like off-road side by side, like the way we beat these up? And then I was like, well, TRD does do a good job.
TRD. Every truck in Hawaii is a TRD.
Brand new 2003, brand new. Sorry. So I went to Glamis this weekend with the car, and we were joking all about how many shitty trips I've had and all this other shit. If I sound like it went any better, no, it didn't. Do I sound like it was fun?
I was hoping so bad, brother. You were gonna say this time there was no issues. It was the best time we ever had.
No, I'm not gonna talk shit. I had a really good time. I'll breeze through this, because I think only like out of the 6.5 people listening, only one of them actually even gives a shit.
No, I think there was 75.
There were 75 people listening.
75.
Yeah, I don't know how many people care, but first day they got there. I like Thursday afternoon, didn't go for a ride. It was hot as fuck, and so we just like unpacked and kicked it and drank, and then next day went on a short ride. And I'm learning how to drive the little thing. So I made a mistake, but it wasn't terrible. And it was funny to make,
It wasn't wreckage.
No, it wasn't wreckage. It was
Okay.
just like I couldn't make a turn because I was using the turn brake the wrong direction.
Nice.
One time I just was pushing it forward, trying to make a left, and you're supposed to pull back. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. So, no big deal. And then the next day that day we went on a night ride that night. I got stuck. I don't go on night rides nearly as much. Well, that's an understatement. We used to night ride. Dude, when we had our bikes, we would night ride. We'd go on our night ride at midnight and come back at 3 a.m.
Oh,
And
damn.
then we would just stay out the whole time. Out there in the dunes, drinking, pulling over, riding, full moon, like all the time. Now with the cars, like we hardly ever drive. And now I'm done driving at night. I can't see. Like even with my glasses, like I can see clearly. It's just, I can't see.
Can't see enough.
I can't see it, and my lights are plenty. I just can't see. Like So I'm done. So we're in this section where it's in Glamis that it's ultra soft. There's a couple of pockets that I've experienced, and they're in different areas of, the whole desert.
So did you remember the experience getting into it?
Yeah, dude. I mean, it was like quicksand. It was crazy. Like there's this certain section where the car gets heavy, your bike, whatever you're on, it gets extremely heavy. You really got to get on the gas to get it moving. You can feel yourself sinking in. And it was night, and my buddy was side hilling, and I was like trying to go up to the other side, and I ended up in this dog shit spot and got stuck. I'm in the car.
At what time?
It was early, so it was like 9:30, 10 o'clock.
And then so they got you towed out.
No, I mean, the car was in the air like this. Like my front left tire wasn't touching sand. It was so vertical that the front tire wasn't touching. It was like this. So it took us like 30 minutes to dig it out because it was buried to the frame. Like my 36-inch tire, half of it was in sand. So all that stuff had to come out. And then we tried to just like rock it. And then I threw it in reverse and they pushed on the car while I hammered down on the fucking reverse. Went back about 15 feet till the rear end was going up just the backside of this baby dune, which is like I said, 15 feet. I'm in this bowl, like that's barely big enough for the car to get into. And being as soft as it was, I got out and I was like, how the fuck am I going to get out once we
Stick it.
Yeah, and once we unstick it, how am I getting the fuck out of here? I can't even get going. It's too soft. Anyway, backed it up. First gear, fucking just buried the pedal and came out of it. Went back. Yeah, it was fucking insane. Got out of it, went back to camp, and told my boy Ryan, I go, yeah, I'm not night riding anymore. We're done. And then from here on out, I'm finished. I can't fucking see, dude. It's not fun. So then the next day, we went out to the flag ceremony. We went out for Veterans Day.
Okay.
I'm wearing my American flag. Get up. Today is the day after Veterans Day. So
Yeah.
I respect the veterans. Oh. With my dead presidents on my hat. So we're out to go to the flag ceremony. We hang out. It's a good ride. So then we're going to come back, and there's a section behind Flagpole that is called Gecko Loop, and then there's sand drags, but there's some dunes that run alongside of it, and we often will come in and we'll do this this playground area, right? So we're driving, and I'm really getting the hang of the car. I haven't mastered the car. I'm not even claiming any of that, but I'm just saying I really was getting the hang of some good stuff. And I'm cruising, and I think in my head, I go, car's running good. I'm happy. It's not getting hot. It's not leaking.
Telepathy got you, bro. Telepathy got you.
Like 2 dunes later, I go to throw it in first gear, coming down into second, and the pedal just engages, and then it goes to the floor. And it goes into first, but I've lost the clutch. So now I roll down to a stop again on the radio, go, I think my clutch cable's broken, because that's how much I knew about my car. I hadn't built my car, and I don't know a shitload about it. So we pull over, and Randy's like, the car doesn't have a cable. It's a hydraulic. He goes, pump it. I go, I can feel hydraulic pressure, but I can tell that the clutch is not engaging. He goes, yeah, I can see it actuating back here on the slave cylinder, but he goes, can you get it in first gear? Because you probably broke your shift fork or whatever that release is. And goes, so get it in first gear and then try and start it, see if it'll roll. And then if you can get it started, because it's a big motor, get on the gas, you could drive it home. So I was like, yeah, okay. So anyway, we did all the things we had to do to get that done. I finally get it rolling first gear. I just cruise home on the flats, first, second, third gear, just shifting, on the RPM and hoping I don't have to come to a stop at some point. So I got it back to the trailer, parked it running from the trailer. I loaded it on the trailer with the winch for the first time I had tried the winch ever. So I was confident the winch was going to work when I pulled up. I was like, you know what? The car broke, but I drove the car home in front of my trailer. My trailer's going to load it for me because the winch is going to fucking work.
Yeah.
As long as the slide out on the motorhome goes in and the leveling jacks go up, dude, I'm still happy. Like, shit
It's the little things.
the shit continued to be bad, but like I still got everything back to where it needed to go. And that's my goal always, is to prove nothing to prove out there except that I can drive my car onto the trailer and take my car home. That's what I like to prove every weekend. And
did you get it up on the trailer?
yeah, the winch pulled it right up.
Okay.
Automatic winch. It's all good.
All right.
So yeah, no, this shit continues.
Damn.
Did how many trips in a row?
Slap.
Yeah.
Let it fucking rock.
Mm-hmm.
God damn.
Yeah.
And did anybody else just ship break down or just yours?
Yeah. Our other buddy had some engine trouble that we thought he fixed the next day, and then the following day had a little bit more trouble, so he's gonna fix that later. And then another buddy had a little electrical issue that he always has, so It's so funny. We made the joke now. It's like when Dave says, hold on, I lost power. Nobody gets out of their car. Because he knows exactly what it is. So he has to get out of his car, go to the back, do a little diggy, fucking pull a little fuse out and change it. And he gets back. All right, we're ready to go. So this time he's like on mid-dune. He's like, I lost power. I see him go down. I double over. I come back around. We park behind him. I don't get out. Nobody gets out. He gets out. I'm watching him. He changes the fuse. All right, let's go. I can watch him. Fires right up. It's funny.
That is
Like, you know, when something's wrong with your car, everybody gets out. We want to fucking help, you know, inspect the car. When it's that, it's like nobody gets out.
He's got it handled.
He's got it figured out.
He's got the one issue figured on how to repair it, but he hasn't figured out how to stop it from happening.
Yeah, we were talking about that too. I mean, he rewired his car himself. He's a great mechanic, dude. The guy knows.
Evidently, he's not that great.
No, he's good. He's good. We think that is possibly the fuse is rattling. It's not a good fuse or a good fit in the relay or whatever it's called.
Yeah. Okay.
And so it could be that, or it could go to a bigger fuse. And I was like, okay, I wouldn't want to go to a bigger fuse. I'd want to go to a bigger wire. I would think. He's like, well, he goes, but if it's wiggling and it's loose fit, then it's not the wire. And
Yeah.
so maybe a bigger, you know, fit as opposed to a bigger fuse breaker.
But I'm sure the relay calls for a particular.
I'm sure it does.
Yeah.
But he's really good. It's just the same one every time.
sure.
And I was there the first time it happened, and it was a weird reason why it happened. And ever since then, it's just that, like once it trips for some weird ass when it's at an angle, it does it. So I don't know.
Yeah,
what
it's
it is.
definitely
It's a weird thing.
touching something or something
Yeah.
shorting it out.
Yeah.
Or there's a wire somewhere that touches and shorts it out, and that's its safety mechanism.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever it is.
Yes.
Because when you pull the fuse, it's not burnt out. It's black and dark or whatever and brown, but it's not broken. So
Really?
something's happening. Yeah. It's just bad, you know.
Yeah, he's got a wire touching something.
Yeah,
at some
wire
point.
touching something. Anyway, so it continues.
So you made it back, though. That's
made it
good.
back.
That's good.
Which also continues.
And now you're going to buy a new Toyota,
Yeah, go fuck.
selling it all, getting the Toyota, and you're never going to have an issue again.
So now with the transmission, the whole motor and trans have to come out of the car to be fixed. Yeah. If those are not watching, you look at Bo's face.
God
Changed his whole
damn. bro.
motherfuck. Yeah. Yeah, so it's not close to being over. That's a whole
Oh, yeah.
thing left now. Yeah.
And what was it the first week was what?
The temperatures, the
temperature.
valve
So how's the
cover.
temperature?
Great. Amazing.
Okay, so what did you guys do to solve that one?
Well, that was a long story because I thought that maybe after doing all the things that we did, I think that the coolant the guy had in the fucking radiator was a 50-50 mix, and it was a bad mix. He didn't 50-50 mix it. So it's not doing its job. And then, so that's what I came up with because I put Prestone premix in. And when we first started, it got super hot really fast. And then we killed it and then let it boil over and relax. And
Yeah.
I think there was just air in the block because we flushed the entire block and the radiator with a hose. We ran it. So I think we got air in the system. So then when that came down and I re-topped it off, it was idling at 155. Out there, it ran at 203 at the most.
Okay.
And it was hovering in the 195s, which is fun.
But you had
Yeah.
how long, but you had plenty of time to determine if it
3
was
days.
gonna overheat.
3 days of riding. Yeah.
Oh, so you rode for 3 days?
Yeah, yeah. This was the last day. The third,
Oh, okay.
third day, last ride that we were going to be on anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I was thinking it happened the first day.
no, not the first day. The first day I didn't ride. I was like, you know what, I'm not in a rush. I rush
right.
to figure out if it's still broken.
That's right.
Like I want to know because I want to make it to the flag ceremony, but I'm not going to rush the first day, go break my car, and have 3 more days of garbage
That's right.
time. Yeah.
Okay,
So
well,
yeah,
good.
that's my story, and I'm sick of it.
Yes.
Shitty story.
Hey, I think it's great, bro. It's great that you just have proven that you should not buy used shit anymore or new shit.
Or new shit,
from a
or any shit.
fucking-
Any shit. Just get out of the whole sport, Josh. Get out of the whole sport. That's probably what's up.
You buy that Toyota that I saw, dude, you'll never have a problem again.
Jesus. Yeah, no. There's no.
It'll run for 300,000 miles.
That would be cool if it did. I hope it.
Unless I got to put this new thing on. I got to.
Yeah, well, that's
I got to
the
get
thing.
the born out. I got to
Everybody's gotta
do
do
this.
something.
Now you're gonna fuck the whole
gotta
thing
do
up.
something.
Just
Can't-
leave it alone, man. Enjoy the time. You can go up on all the dunes.
That'd be cool to do in that thing. I might switch to that. We'll see what happens.
Good shit.
You'll see.
Fucking we just kind of had a chill weekend. Friday we didn't do shit. It was what did we do Friday? I can't remember, but Saturday we went to a new spot in Hermosa, which is called Tiki Kai.
Okay, so I think, is that like the only new tiki bar in like Hermosa? Because I follow this girl on Instagram that like does stuff around the South Bay.
Yep.
I think her Annie Sneed. I don't know why I follow. It must have been something that she did that I was like, oh, I like what she's doing, and I follow her.
Okay.
She does stuff around town, but I think she and her friend went to this place that I never got the name.
Tiki
So
Kai.
is it right on
Pier Avenue.
here in Esplanade?
Yep.
Then that's right next to like where
It's
underground.
over
all
the
that
George
is,
Lopez
bar.
spot that
Oh, it's the
what's
old Bruce Hall.
Bruce Hall.
Oh, it's right there.
Yeah.
It's not the place that I thought, or not where I thought it was.
Yeah, it took over Bruce Hall.
Oh shit!
And
I hope they do well, man. I can't
Yeah.
believe Bruce Hall didn't do well there.
the one homie, Peter Asmar, did their front entryway. And he's a prop maker for studios and production companies.
What is it? What's it look like?
It's like you have the door opening, and then it's a big pieces of round wood come up, and it's a tiki.
Oh, like bamboo?
No, like a tiki,
Oh, a
like a
tiki,
big
like
piece,
a-
solid piece of
A
oak.
carved, yeah,
Yeah, and it's a big. I mean, it's probably
koa, fake koa.
yeah. I don't know what the hell it is, what he made. I didn't even touch it, but it looks dope. And then Jordy, another friend of ours, did all of their branding for him, and they also own the hula room on Hawthorne.
Oh, is that place kind of new?
Yeah, it was like maybe a year and a half old,
Yeah.
2 years. Yeah,
Where's that?
but they didn't have. It's right
hula room.
on Hawthorne. Torrance Boulevard's right here, and it's in that strip where the
Where zebra room used to be.
yes, no, not the zebra room.
Well,
Was it the
that's
zebra room?
strip
Was right there?
Yeah, right next to the Golden Camel or whatever. And
Okay,
Captain
yeah, I guess it
Quartz,
is.
Captain Quartz is there,
Yep.
So
yeah,
they said
Captain
they
Corks. Yes. So maybe
Yeah.
it was a zebra room.
or maybe it's something else. No,
I
they
think it was
closed
zebra
these.
room.
They closed zebra room.
Yeah, I think it was a zebra room.
God, talk about a
And
dive
but
bar.
there's no food there, so they got cool drinks, cool atmosphere, but zero food.
Zero.
I mean, I think they got some stuff to put in a
Peanuts.
bag and bring out, and maybe microwave something. I don't know. I don't even remember. But literally, this new spot, they have pretty decent food, all Hawaiian takes and some classics that have a little twist to them. So the food was really good. The appetizers were great. They make
This is at the tiki place.
at the new Tiki Kai.
Tiki guy. Yeah, the Mai Tai.
We had the Mai Tai. We had to start it with the Mai Tai, bro.
Oh wow, yeah.
The Mai Tai was good, but I could only have one because it was going to mess up the
You
stomach.
will remember last
Yes.
time we had Mai Tais.
So I topped it at just one, capped it right there, and then tried a vodka one that they had with coconut milk. I just
Sounds
sipped
good.
on it, but I gave it to Dominica because it wasn't my cup of tea. It was kind of frothy.
For those of us that are the 7 of us that are listening, Bo really likes like a spritzy, like flavorful island, lots of flavored kind of cool drink. Like
Yeah.
I mean, like cool, like as in like Fonzie. I mean, cool, like a refreshing.
No, he means Fonzie too. All the kids are gonna go, who the fuck is Fonzie?
That
Well,
fucking bear from the
If there's any
Muppets.
kids watch.
Anyway, yeah, dude. So he loves that shit.
Yeah. And whiskey neat.
Yeah.
But
I'm a man. I drink whiskey. I don't just drink spritzes.
no, I really likes my whiskey.
They love my spritzes.
And so the drinks were cool. Then I finally ended up with the whiskey drink. So did we go to? There was no Mai Tai. There was no Monkey Pot on when we went to Kauai, huh? That restaurant wasn't there. No. So there's a restaurant in Hawaii called Monkey Pod. They make this sick Mai Tai that has a lemon foam top to it. And these guys make a coconut. Well, it's not coconut. It was a Guinness foam that went on top of this whiskey drink. And I think they called it like Original Sailor or something like that. I forget what they called it. But it was
It sounds-
it was good.
I don't
It
like
was real
Guinness
good.
or whiskey, but it sounds good.
Yeah, it was real good. And then I had a whiskey neat of some other stuff, and
To wrap
But
the evening.
yeah, around the evening, and it was good. The food was good. The
food
drinks
was
were
good.
good. The atmosphere is sick. Everybody's gonna like going to this spot.
Yeah.
Tiki Kai, Hermosa Beach. But when I make my res, make sure you don't come around. Let me see that real quick.
Right in the dirt. My bad.
That's all right.
I don't have a whole lot else that happened to me. I'm finally through a lot of the shit all the continuous fucking challenging weeks that I'd had, so I'm feeling more relaxed, but feel so behind on everything else. Like, what's going on in the world? Tell me.
Well, the world is a crazy place, bro. The world is a crazy place.
Newsflash.
But right now, the thing that worries me most is the financial situation that I'm seeing in multiple fronts. So, of course, we have the tariffs, and those are taxing every one of us when we go to purchase something or we go to produce something, for the most part.
Well, it's taxing wherever it's going. So if we're bringing it here, we're paying taxes on it. If it's going out, they're paying taxes on ours.
But everything I do is here domestically, and I need their products in what we do.
Right.
So there's that.
I like to think of the bigger picture.
Yeah. That's
I like
good.
to see where the greater good
Yeah.
the idea goes.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going. And then it's the little things like my daughter's a hairdresser. Women are making their appointments further and further out, or they're, instead of having 2, they're waiting longer to get their hair done again, or they're not doing the touch-ups.
Right. Yeah, we were talking about that.
And so that's another front. Then a third front is the commercial real estate market. Over 40% of corporate buildings are vacant right now.
40%?
Yes.
But what does that engulf? Like what?
That just
What are we
means there's
talking?
no
Our
businesses
county,
in those
our country,
in the country.
Well, that's a large number.
That's a large number, bro. It's a large number for commercial.
I mean,
real
mentally, I'm going to shave a few of those percentages off because it's going to incorporate some things that probably have been vacant for 20 years. Right? There's buildings like that. I mean, logically, I have to know that that's part of that number. So I'm going to save a little bit. 40%.
When
really
I hear
large.
people, so I do a lot of work in high rises, and when I hear the people that are managing the buildings talking about how few occupancy how little occupancy they have now, and they're concerned about it, then that starts to send signals and make alarm bells.
Yeah.
Ring.
Yeah, I think it's very logical to believe that a lot of buildings are probably 40% empty on their own, which equates to the average, right? So it makes sense, but I also know that there's going to be numbers in there that the building's been fucking closed for 20 years or whatever.
Yeah.
Adrian,
I'm sure.
Salon on Carson Street down by fucking Danker Avenue has been closed since I've lived in Torrance, so it's like that one counts.
That housing place now? Didn't they tear that down and make?
You know who I'm talking about. I drove by just the other day. It's like right next to a house. It's like a house or a salon or whatever right there on Carson.
On Carson or what?
Carson, like just east of Western, dude. Like on your way down to like the auto shop or whatever. If there's all those shops.
Yes.
And a lot of them have been empty forever. And I don't know why one caught my eye like 2 days ago. It was Adrian's Salon. It was like an old plastic.
Is that where the liquor store is in that little small plaza?
It's on the
right hand side.
On the right hand side.
Before McDonald's, before the donut shop on the right hand side.
Yes.
Yeah. It used to be a karate place.
Yeah.
Went to as a kid back in that little
not plaza.
Not in the plaza.
No, a standalone up on the sidewalk.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, blah blah blah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. The bubble is real.
And now hang on.
Yeah.
Now we have more and more people. I'm hearing corporations firing more, letting 40,000 go, letting 20,000 go. You don't usually hear that ramping up into Christmas. Retailers aren't bringing on as many people for the holidays. I read something, I think on Monday, about poor strippers, bro.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
Poor strippers are going broke.
Poor girls.
They're not able to make the money. Yeah, they're just trying to make some college money and
do some work.
And they're quitting stripping and going into other professions.
Wow, good for them.
Yeah.
Okay,
That don't make as much money.
I don't care. Let's acknowledge that that's a good choice. Good choice, girls. Yeah. I had something in my head.
They're sending workforce people out, so that's I don't know how that
Oh.
plays in the scheme of things.
I always have I jump to these thoughts, and you're reciting all these things, and I'm experiencing them, and I know I get it. I don't always think about them, but I'm like, what this is really going to do is it's going to slow down the spending of the entire world.
Yes.
And I know
it
how
is
stupid that sounds, because it's like, yeah, because no one's working, no one's this, everything's too expensive. Like, those are the quick answers. But the truth is, we're all going to end up surviving this.
Of course.
Right? And when we come out on
Some aren't.
top, it'll be a situation where a lot more people could hopefully be more fiscally responsible. But it's going to slow the spending down. It's going to slow the whole, we were spinning, dude. We were just skyrocketing into the whole world of just
there's a course
fresh,
correction coming for sure.
Just ultra
Yes.
all the time, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna at least just slow some of that stuff down a little, like the AI, the computer, the screen. That's not going to slow down, but
the AI is going to take jobs out of the equation.
yeah.
It already is taking jobs out of the equation. It will continue to do so at a faster rate and at a larger scale.
That's correct. It will.
Now, we also have a $32 trillion debt deficit right now that we're not going to be able to get out of.
So I just urge everyone to, again, watch Zeitgeist and understand the concept of money. And that debt will forever and ever increase. End of story. It's never going to be paid back.
No.
It doesn't exist. It's not real. That debt isn't fucking real. Nobody treats it like it's a fucking loan.
Okay.
I know I'm talking about two different things.
Yeah,
you
really
I'm talking
are.
about two different things. I
Because-
understand that. But they're the same.
There is a monetary system, and that monetary system is about to have a correction. And so shit is about to hit the fan. I don't know if it'll be this month, this week, or 6 months from now, but it's coming. There's no doubt about that. I just keep seeing all of these different factors creating a strain on the system and going to make the system do something.
Right. So the debt you're talking about is it's not, well, every time I'm about to say something, I'm like, no, that they all share the commonalities of the debt between pulling money out of the reserve, right? The ether, which is what it fucking is, to be honest. And the idea of national debt, where you have all this money out, or whatever national debt is or isn't, not having enough money to support all your systems that you have budgets for, and saying basically you're out of money at this point, and the streets aren't getting this right. Isn't that what the debt is? It's kind of a budget, the national budget.
So it's just like your credit score. If you can relate this to anything. So like your individual credit score, if you have too much debt, you can no longer get credit.
Okay.
It'll start to strain your pocketbook and your income, because now you're paying more towards interest than you are on the principal.
Right.
So at some point it breaks, because you can no longer afford to pay that interest rate that continues to climb, because it's not getting smaller. It hasn't stagnated. It continues to rise. So eventually your only recourse is bankruptcy. In doing that, your dollar becomes shit. It becomes worthless. It's your credit history. So that's the exact same thing on a national scale.
Yes, but when they talk about the national debt, that's what you're saying they're talking about. Because I've never given a shit enough to pay attention about what that really means.
Yes.
Other than the idea, maybe what they set out in school, right?
No.
So there's a difference between pulling money from the reserve and the national debt, even though they're really the fucking same thing.
No, one is, they're not. Well,
I understand they're not.
They're part of the same monetary system, but and one is governing the monetary system, but the political spectrum fucks with it to a certain degree, because you put constraints on it unnecessarily, or you open up the floodgates and let it run wild unnecessarily, and you fuck up the system from time to time. And greedy people do this time and time again.
Yeah.
It was done in the 1800s. It's done in the Great Depression.
They're connected. That they're the same.
Yeah.
Because one does oversee the other. The National Reserve portion of that debt is directly related to where our national.
Okay, wait. Are we talking about the National Reserve or the Federal Reserve?
What did I say? National?
Yeah.
I meant federal.
Okay.
The Federal Reserve's debt is different from the national debt, right? Is that what you're saying?
No, there's not a Federal Reserve debt.
Okay.
The Federal Reserve.
Yes, there is. There's always a debt. Every time you pull a dollar, you owe the Federal Reserve for the dollar. You never can pay that back.
You don't owe the Federal Reserve.
Oh, then who the fuck do you owe?
Or keep talking because you can't have any sound.
Right. Come on.
I'm pulling it up.
Well, then what? Then I'm using the wrong word. But do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, hang on a second. The Federal Reserve buys U.S. Treasury securities as a tool for the monetary policy, which increases the debt it holds on its balance sheet. It does not have a personal debt, but rather it manages the nation's national money supply, often by buying government debt to influence interest rates.
Right.
This is the difference from the national debt.
So every dollar pulled has debt. So you can never actually pay it all back. So what I'm saying is there is a Federal Reserve debt that never will be paid back. Therefore, also the national debt, our budget, all this other shit is directly related to it, because when we don't have enough, what do? We make more and create more debt. You're never
what is
solving
making more?
problem.
What does making more do?
Drops the value.
And what does that in turn
It makes the economy worse. It makes the budget worse.
No, but it does a particular thing when you print money and it devalues that money. But what does it do to the monetary system? It creates inflation. Prices go up across the board because now everything costs
worth
more.
Less.
Yes,
because it's worth less. So you didn't solve any issues. So I'm saying, so they, even though they're different, they are the same related, because one of them directly oversees the other. The federal version of it absolutely oversees what this even is equal to.
Yes.
Without the federal version of that, you don't even know what this is. And so you'll never end up paying any of this stuff back. This debt, that we talk about, that we're always short money. We're always going to be short money.
No, we're not always short money. No, we're not.
It's fucking fake news.
When Clinton was in office, dude, we were almost at a zero national debt. But there were certain factors that accompanied that. One,
the tech boom.
Was the tech boom, for sure. And second was the amount of taxes that were being pulled into the government from the private sector, from corporations being taxed.
From the rich.
From that time till now, the rich have gotten more tax breaks and pay hardly anything on taxes.
I know. It's a wonderful
So we're not pulling money in, but we're spending money at a faster rate than ever before. So the only way you can go is broke.
But it's never.
So the only other way that you can change that is to tax more, or you tell the rich motherfuckers that it's over, that they can't do business in this country anymore, and you start new businesses because they've raped the system.
Right. That's not.
No, but I'm just saying. I don't know.
But that's not. I don't know if that's a solve.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'm just saying that it is a solve if it's done.
Because they tell you right now, if you're going to tax me more, I'm going to charge you more. So that I can keep getting. If I still want to make a buck, that means I'm just going to charge the guy who's buying it from me more, so I can still make my dollar.
Okay, that's not
that's what's going to happen.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
No,
I'm not. I can't even have a conversation because you can't. You're looking at it as in a fuck you, and that's the way you look at it. You're right. It's never gonna.
No. I'm not giving you my opinion and what I would do personally, even though I said that. I'm saying that's what one would do. A big business would do that.
Okay. And that's why I'm saying it's that thought process that will forever all of that process that you just said, that thought process, all it does is create revolutions. Revolutions topple governments.
What? You went straight to revolution from that?
It's part of the process.
You went to guerrilla warfare after I said that someone in business.
Where does
wanted to
guerrilla
continue to
warfare
make
come
a
with
fuck-
revolution?
Well, depends on what country we're talking about. Revolutions.
Okay, so look, here's an example. When the rich continue to make massive amounts of money, and they take the majority of the money and they hoard it, and the rest of the people are forced to live on pennies, they will eventually revolt. It has happened. We've talked about this in the past.
No kings.
No kings.
No
But it has happened every.
And I mean
so
the
many
medieval
years.
ones. I mean the peasants.
Throughout history,
the
it has
peasants rose
not
up.
stopped.
No, it's always true.
Governments
And
have-
it's just funny.
toppled.
You're like,
And
straight
you
to
just don't think that it
revolution.
could happen
No.
because you live in the most prosperous time the world has ever
No,
seen.
I think it can happen. I know militants.
And it could literally happen within the next 5
It
years.
can happen. It could have already been happening. I'm not saying it couldn't. I just laughed that that's what you went straight to.
Yeah,
That
because
was
it's
funny.
real. And I don't know what I'm saying is you have options. Either you change the mentality from the corporation being I'm the CEO and I'm going to make 500 million this year and fuck everybody else. And then my vice president,
Why fuck everybody?
Hang
Why do
on
you
a
have to
second.
why do you have to throw that part in though?
hang on a
What if they just want their 500 million?
Okay, because now we go back to the concept that you have $100.
We did this one. We did
But
this.
the people haven't seen it, and now we're releasing. Okay, and if you can't get wrap your head around that concept, then what does it matter?
Right. And no, are you saying that I don't wrap my head around it?
I don't.
Is that
know.
what you're saying?
That's what I'm asking.
I'm offended.
That's what
I
I'm asking.
completely understood. I've always understood it. I'm
Okay.
telling you what, like,
But
for
you
a
still give me the devil's advocate,
Yes,
even
of
though you
course.
know that.
Always gonna give it to you. But I
Okay.
think that when you want to tell something and be as non-biased as you possibly can, so the facts are straight, you can't throw in a "fuck you" to everybody. You got to say if this is what the guy wants to do, because that's what he wants to do, not because he's malicious and says "fuck everybody" or any other reason. He wants to make 500 million. Okay, so move on. So he wants to make $500 million.
Okay, so the guy wants to make $500 million.
He's gonna do that.
He's going to do that.
Good for him.
And if
With you,
I know, I
you.
know,
Yeah.
I know, and I can take it. I'm a big boy, but I can't even get the goddamn thing out to articulate in kind of conversation.
We didn't have a lot to talk about today, so I figured I'd argue with you.
I'm down totally. I am. I swear to God. Okay, back to the goddamn dollar. So, just to explain for our listeners, because who haven't heard this, you have a dollar, okay, and that's the only monetary amount that you have is a dollar,
Okay.
okay,
Yes.
and 2% have 99% of that dollar, and that leaves you a dollar to spend amongst the rest of the population.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
How long until that population gets tired of fucking moving that dollar back and forth
5
before
minutes.
they want
5 minutes. I
a
understand
bigger
the
portion
concept because
of the 99%?
because people get angry and they're smited and they watch people living in paradise, so to speak, and
Trump's ballroom that
I
he's
get all
building is
that.
just an example
yeah, no,
of that
yeah, but
of
so they
that
always
mentality of the fuck you mentality.
like the social structure is part of life, no matter what genus you are.
There's no doubt about a social structure. I don't know if you can ever get away with that. And the reason I say that is because
It's what keeps us alive.
the social structure was formed in our first civilizations that we created, and it developed in that first form of those cities, Sumeria being one. And even at that point, there was a hierarchy structure of they thought people were meant, and there could be some validity to this, and I'll explain to everybody why. They thought that that there is a working class and that's all you'll ever be. There is a managerial class and that's all you'll ever going to be. There is an owner or a elite class,
yeah.
and those are always going to be.
That's how it was.
Well, that's how it was.
You're born
and that's
into
how
your
it's
job.
continued to be throughout history.
Yeah.
But what you get like a little mind fucked on is that it's the same people. Like these people, the conspiracy people think that it's the same people from the Egyptians, that their whole family line is rich to this day. And that's not the case.
That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. It's not that. It's different people wanting a piece of that pie. And in our generation, it's these people. But in 2 generations from now, those people, their family will be regular folks, working individuals, and it'll be somebody else's family that's the high one up at
Well,
the
the open market has made it like that. In some countries, it probably is still like that, where the money is from the old Egyptian times could still be the bloodline. Like, you know, in the Middle East, I'm gonna speak out of what
we don't really
I'm
know
just
that.
saying,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you know, the sheikhs and all those are all families, right?
Correct.
And so that those bloodlines have continued to be where they are, and the ones that are stacking stones are still stacking stones.
Correct.
So, but
Correct.
for me, I simplified even deeper and say that it goes back to the animal instinct, where there's social hierarchy in dolphins, in bugs, in plants. That's what life is. In order to make sure you're alive, you have to try to make sure that you're not being taken, right? Which is now transferred to just like, we can cohabitate as humans, we can understand that, but plants don't. Animals don't. Like, they have to step on the necks to make sure that they stay alive, right? They have maybe a small social circle, but they have to kill so that they stay alive. That's what that is. That's what we've evolved from. But I think it goes back as far as that. Like,
very well.
social
Social
division, it starts with fucking plants.
Totally with you. I don't know if it starts with plants.
Why
but
wouldn't it?
I don't know. Do they have a social
Some plants
hierarchy?
don't mix well.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's regional.
Social.
Well, it could be regional.
Still social. So between two. So between one and another, near each other. It's still in the vicinity. It can't be around each other. One will take over the other so that it gets more sun.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes. Yeah. Right. Okay, I'm down with that.
Darwinism, whatnot.
Yeah.
But
I
think that's what it comes down to.
Possibly. So now we got a choice. Either the rich people continue to do what they do, and then the poor people will get pissed and they will revolt, hence a revolution,
Guerrilla warfare.
or guerrilla warfare, or they do something about it for the first time in history. They make a cognizant choice. But I just talked to him. I was at lunch with him, or breakfast yesterday, with one of my buddies who's pretty well off and in the financial world, and he said they never will.
No, I mean, in order for this plan to work, doesn't the whole world have to do it like at the same time? Can't just be the United States.
No,
it needs to be everyone.
it kind of does.
It
Kind of does.
right?
Yeah.
Everybody's got to do it the next day.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
It's not happening.
No.
Even if you made a 5-year plan to like slowly decrease the top percentage earners' money down to, like, you know, say 50% of what they get, and then trickle all of that down to the rest, so the rest are now having a meatier portion of the pie.
You know what that does, though, to the business elite?
Well, we don't know what it does, but it's never done it.
It would make them not want to continue with the businesses the way they were.
Why?
Because they're not now there are other people that are, who they see are below them or not of their stature in their own businesses or whatever, in their own social hierarchy, is getting paid similar amounts of money. I know that I shrunk it down to, you know, like, now the CEO makes $100,000 instead of $500 million.
They will never make similar amounts of money.
There's a scale. There's the crazy top, and then there's all the way down to the dude who has his own business in town. So, you know, it's going to slow, I think it would slow the drive for business down a little bit. Because the old reward is still fresh and in sight. So this is what I used to get for all this, what I would do, and now I'm not getting it. Like, I'm not going to want to do it, is what I'm thinking they may feel. It's a thought. Doesn't have to be right or wrong.
That is a thought for
Doesn't have to be
sure.
right or wrong.
And look, that very well could be the way that they think.
Some no, some yes.
But
some will just create 5 more businesses.
Straight up.
Right.
And look, Elon Musk is never going to spend the money that he has.
No, this argument doesn't work with me.
No. I'm just saying.
I know, but I'm going to say
He's
what I
never
always
going
say
to
to you.
spend it. So does it matter if he has 5 billion as the person's richest person on the planet? I'm just going to throw it out there. Just an arbitrary number of 5 billion. Does it matter if he has 5 billion and he's the richest person on the planet? Or can he still have 2.5 million and still be the richest person on the planet?
It's not about
What does that matter?
it doesn't matter to you because it's not your money.
No,
It's not your money. It's not your money.
It's not. You're missing the point.
No, I know the point, and I'm arguing your point is that it's not yours.
It's not
to make
yours
that
either.
judgment. It's not mine,
It's
so I
not
don't feel
his
that
money
way.
either.
The money that he makes.
No, it's the corporation's money for the most part, and all the investors that he has in it. It's
Right.
just the value of his companies in which he runs.
Okay, there's no credit for him there.
No. There is credit. Is he not going to get the same credit for being the genius that he is and still making the most money that anybody makes on the planet?
Maybe, but why do you have an opinion on what he gets?
You're missing the point. It's
No,
not my
I'm not.
opinion.
I'm asking you a question.
It's not my opinion.
Yeah, it is.
It's not.
What do you mean? It's a
It's a
fact.
fucking financial equation. It has nothing to do with my opinion.
Well, you're asking because you have an opinion that it doesn't make the difference is why you're even asking. So that's your opinion.
Correct. It doesn't
matter.
make a difference.
But why do you get to choose if it doesn't make a difference?
Just explain to me the difference it makes. You're talking an
It's not
emotional.
mine. It's
It's
not
an
mine. So
emotional.
I-
It's emotional connection that you're saying.
If I
it has
had-
no bearing of any of doing anything. It's like doing this. It's like, okay. So just look at this as an example. At some point, the bubble has to break on $1. Okay, how do I mean that? I mean, in 1910, you could buy something for a penny. You could probably buy a candy bar for 5 cents. Okay? Now a candy bar costs you $2.50. So at what point does it just make sense that the number on the paper that you're using as a monetary trade system, now the candy bar is going to cost you fucking $100. So when does it stop? Does it make the candy bar more valuable now that it's $100 versus when it was 5 cents? No, it's just a figure that you put on the fucking thing that you want to buy and sell.
It's value.
It's perceived value.
Perceived value.
Okay, that's
Okay.
all it is.
Okay.
So I'm just telling you, you just take the whole system in general and you perceive it fucking differently. I'm not telling you he's not going to still be the richest person. He's not going to still get rewarded for all the
that he was
things he
still at the
does.
top. You just bring the level down and bring everybody else up. And he still
Correct.
still
That's
holds his
it.
first place. I get that, but
Yes.
that's not what my question
Your
was.
question is the concept of being your question is as being
No.
of the next dollar. Where can I go from 1 billion to 1 trillion? We're going to go from 1 trillion to whatever the next figure
No.
is that you get.
No, you were missing the whole point.
Then what is the point? If that's
My
not-
question was that
You're
if
saying
you're
taking
saying
away.
what's the difference between having 5 billion or 2.5 billion?
Yeah.
I said, well, it's his money. Why do you have an opinion on how much he has
I don't have an
and
opinion
how much
on
he gets and
he-
earns? Like, what is that?
It's
because you're
because-
talking about taxes.
No. I'm
You're
not.
talking about taxing more so they
give a
have
fuck.
less.
Listen to me.
That's what the whole thing we're talking about.
Whoa. I don't
That's what
care
we're
how
talking
you
about.
fucking do it, bro. It's not about the taxes.
I thought we were talking about it. That's why I thought we were on that whole
The taxes
road.
are the taxes are one way you can do it. But I think there's another way that you can do it. As
Okay.
in
Well, then
As in, here's what our society needs. Okay. Now you could say it's a taxation, but how I don't know how else. Here's the problem. That the people who have the money don't want to have people who don't have the money tell them how they have to spend their money.
yes.
Right?
Because
Am I
that's the
correct
point.
in that?
I think, period. Nobody should be telling anybody how to spend their money that they've earned.
Okay.
If they've earned their money,
Okay.
then you don't need to be telling somebody how to use it or what's in you don't need to know what's in their bank account or what's in their pocket.
I'm down.
That was my point of my question.
Okay.
So I must
totally
have,
down.
you know, I think.
So now we have that established.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
How do you get the road fixed?
Okay. These are rhetorical questions. Go ahead.
No,
keep
it's
going.
not a rhetorical
Fucking
question.
tax money. What do you want me to say?
But you don't want to have somebody else tell you how to spend that dollar. So you're in a conundrum.
I'm
How do you
not
resolve that?
making that connection. I'm not making that connection.
Okay. So if I'm going to tax you,
Mm-hmm.
you don't like that.
Okay.
Because now you're giving me your money and I'm going to make the decision on where your money goes.
Okay. So me not liking taxes is different from me saying I think there should be zero tax. I didn't say that. I'm not saying.
Well, there has to be a happy medium. So you're not willing to meet me in the happy medium with the monetary
Can I
part,
reestablish
but you're
something?
willing to meet me to happy
I need to
medium on this one.
reestablish
Okay.
what I thought our point was when we started.
Okay.
Because I thought, as per our previous conversations, you were going to talk about how, which you thought you had started talking, was that the richest of the rich were getting tax rated higher at previous years. And now since then, their tax rates have gone down. They've got more write-offs, whatever. So they're receiving more cash in their bank.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
So you have said in the past, tax them more just so that other people could have more money. I think that that's the wrong reason.
I understand that,
Okay.
and I'm asking for an alternative solution.
Yeah. And so I don't disagree with taxes in general. So we can skip that one.
No. We have
I
to.
don't
We have to
disagree with that.
But we have to because.
And I'm not one of these, by the way, up here not being taxed.
I know, but
by
you
the
sure stick
bajillions.
up for them every time.
Because I stick up for people who earn money.
I don't have any problems with people who earn money. I stick up for people who earn money.
That's the only thing I'm doing.
I stick up for every motherfucker who makes every dollar that they deserve.
We're the same.
1,000%.
We're the down the middle,
But that's what I'm just saying. I don't understand. There's not an argument with that. There's not a debate about that.
Because the argument has been numerous times that it should tax them more so others can have
No,
more.
I'm just
That's
telling you
not
what's
the
happened
case.
in the past and how we had prosperity in the past. Okay,
But
today,
giving more to the 2% or the 99%ers.
okay. So let's
What do we want
let's
to call
back
them?
up. Let's back up. We're gonna make it a real quick history thing, and then we're gonna come back to where our conversation is on a solution.
Okay.
So our quick history thing is that let's just use the late 1800s into the early 1900s, and then when we had the Depression. Okay. So we had the Rockefellers own everything. We had the J.P. Morgans own everything. We had the railroad and
rural people, the electricians,
yes,
all those guys, the landowners. Yep.
So we had all of them. They had all the wealth.
Yeah. And they started the stock market. That's all dirt.
Hang
It's
on a
all
second.
dirt
Yeah.
as fuck.
Okay, all dirt as fuck.
Yeah.
But let's go back. What was the common man was working in factories that had no fucking safety regulations, and they would catch on fire and everybody would fucking burn up and die.
Mm-hmm.
They were working in factories where they had to work 12, 16 hours a day. They didn't have days off. Children had to work. All of those things were off the backs of the people so that those few people could be rich beyond belief.
Right. And that's why we created labor laws.
Okay. So then we created labor laws as a people because
Protect our
what
people.
are the rules that you implement? They're the rules that the community agrees upon. Correct?
Yeah, we vote on things, make them laws.
We vote on things, we make them laws.
Democratic
Okay?
system.
So that's a democratic system. So say we didn't have the voting and all that, and we was just 100 of us together, we could vote by ourselves and everybody could see who does what, and we could go make the decisions, and it's the majority rules, and we're going to get it done. Okay? But because we don't see it, it's done on a paper ballot and it's put somewhere, or it's done on a computer, and then that computer information is taken to a safe place, and then that's transferred over, and now we don't see all that happen. We doubt it. We doubt the system. Or why are they having the whole election denying? Why is that the whole Republican side? It's their whole shtick for the last 10, 15 years.
Well,
I'm just saying that's
wait, what did you just say?
okay.
Because I know I don't know, but give me a break.
Do we have massive voter fraud in this country?
Yes, for both parties.
We do?
Please, come on. Really?
Then there's no need for you to vote
I don't.
because it doesn't work.
Sometimes I don't vote.
But I'm just saying, there's no need for anybody to vote.
Well, that's the common like theme. Like
No, it's not a common
yes,
thing.
it is. In every state, they all claim voter frauds for all versions, all different parties. They all say it about each other.
Okay, listen to me.
What do you
Political rhetoric? Yes.
Okay, that's
I agree with you that you hear it.
Yeah.
But when you go to the courts and they take the fucking paper and all the information to the court, they never fucking find it. When they bring in fucking researchers from all over the country to go to Arizona to redo the fucking ballots because there's massive fraud and they do not find it.
so when they
So there's a
get
difference
votes
between
from people that are
saying it
dead,
and finding it. And there's a difference between saying it and it being done.
they fucking find that
They find one or
dead
two.
people are voting.
No, they don't, bro.
Yes, they
No,
do.
they don't.
Yes,
they find fucking that they're still on the voting registration.
And they
not
have a
that they're
vote that goes
voting.
in.
If they vote, it's their son that's living in the house that has their dad died a year ago and he cast a vote for him. It's on the record. You don't read the news.
No, I don't.
Read
I
I'm
don't.
asking you to read the news if you want to know these things.
I don't want to.
Okay.
I don't want to.
Then
Because does what you're saying just means that whatever research was found, that's what you heard. Because you could hear anything. You
okay.
could hear anything. If you're telling me that I can hear shit that's not true, so can you.
Okay.
Voter fraud is happening. The people that are not registered to live in this country vote because they have IDs, California driver's license. That doesn't happen. You're telling me that they don't go and vote. They don't
Your
register to
voter
vote.
registration, bro,
Mm-hmm.
is done by your social security number. Okay?
Yes.
If you don't have a fucking social security number and you're not a citizen of the United States, you don't fucking vote. Are there very few that may slip through the cracks? Yes, there are. And those are accounted for, but it's like 0.0.01 out of the massive population. And if you and if you had followed how much shit Donald Trump put into the atmosphere, into the political sphere about voter fraud, and then the Republicans went
There was
and
voter
fucking
fraud
did
before
audits.
that.
They did 20 fucking audits. They did them all over. And they took those audits to the court and they brought them with lawyers and under oath and all of the information, and they did not find it. His own people that were backing him, that wanted to find it so bad, they couldn't find it. So the conversation even being had is bullshit. If you can't fucking prove it and you can't fucking at all, then it's a bullshit conversation. No?
No, we've had this conversation where a lie is always the truth until it's found to be a lie.
No, that's you've brought that to the theory, and I just
that
agree
is
with you
real.
because
What do you mean? You didn't understand that if I told you a lie, then you believed it to be true until you found out it wasn't true? To you, it's true. To everybody, if I'm the only one who knows the lie and I'm feeding that lie to everybody,
okay,
it
but when
doesn't
the
make
truth
it
is
true.
but when the truth is found out, is it a lie?
If and when it does, it becomes a lie.
Okay.
The truth has been found, right? So just because, so you did all this research, so fine, I'm wrong.
No,
There's
no.
zero voter fraud.
No, I
because
didn't-
we haven't found it.
So now,
Because we haven't found it.
No, that is not true. That is also, why can't both things be true? There's voter
don't know.
fraud,
You-
but it's
I-
not on a massive scale.
Okay.
To upset the
I don't know
apple cart.
what I meant by voter fraud. I don't know if I meant massive scale. Maybe I did. I
You
probably
did. You
I
just
probably
said.
did.
You did earlier.
Probably
You
did.
said.
There's always voter fraud on both sides across the states for all different versions of things.
Okay. Yes, 1,000%.
Okay.
There is one person who fucking tries to vote 3 times in 3 different places. And when it goes to the audits, they find all 3 of them, they give them one, and they throw the other 2 away. And it's both people, Republicans and Democrats, that are going through those fucking ballots. The voter people that work there. And this, so that's that. But now let's go back to
Yeah, let's
The-
not
the
talk
history.
about that anymore.
Okay.
Neither one of us really know.
okay. But we do, because we went to court over the whole fucking thing, and people have audited it and audited and audited.
I'm open
and their
to
audits
that
have
being
fucking
true.
proven.
100%. I'm. That's the truth for right now. That I'm like, okay, there
Okay,
wasn't
so-
anything.
yes, so then that's the
So
truth for right now.
that's the truth for now.
Okay.
So
Until
we're both
we find
open
massive
to.
voter fraud.
Yeah,
that's
that's
our
the
truth
truth.
right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're living in that truth.
I'm fine with that.
But what I'm saying is that you still didn't see them being counted. So in your mind, that it's you're
Like the
easily
votes for the laws or
convinced.
whatever.
No, you're easily convinced that there is vote. If 10 people keep telling you that there's voter fraud on a massive scale, and you keep hearing it, you're going to believe the lie, unless you go do the research yourself and you find out the reality of it. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, well, it's not a lie until you look it up. It's not a lie. Okay, it's truth because somebody tells you.
It
Just
doesn't
saying,
make
like,
it true.
why-
That doesn't. So
Why
hang on a
then what do you choose what you believe? Why is it a lie just because someone said that to you? Like, pretend it's not voter fraud. Pretend it's something else. Like,
Okay,
it's
so
just a
let's-
lie?
Let's look at
What if
let's look
they-
at just a simple concept. Okay, that this is a fucking cell phone. It's made by Apple. You can use it as a computer. You can use it as a listening device for your music. You can use it to call somebody. You can use it to send messages to somebody. You can use it to sign documents and send it anywhere across the world. This is an iPhone. If you start saying that this is a fucking purple nurple, that doesn't make it fucking true. The reality is that this is a fucking iPhone.
not a comparison to what I'm saying.
is.
Not to what I'm fucking
Okay,
saying.
so then explain to what you're saying.
I think we're wasting our time talking about it.
It's why. It's good to get it.
I'm saying that if people are going around because what they saw or read or heard something and made their truth, and then they share their truth with you, you're like, but then you believe the lie. Like, why is it a lie automatically? Just because we're talking about voter fraud and you've seen records that they've looked it up. So for that subject, you're a firm believer that it's bullshit.
I'm a firm believer that it's bullshit on a massive scale.
Okay, but why is
overturn
it just a lie
the
in
election one
general?
way or the
Like,
other.
until you figure out if it is true or not? It's not a lie. It's not a lie automatically just because you just disagree with it. You have to look into it, which you did. So
Okay.
that's why I think it's a wasted conversation. I just
No.
the
But
point
what I'm trying to get to the point is that even though I know that there's no voter fraud, I could easily fucking in my mind convince myself that there's voter fraud everywhere. Is the goal, is what I'm trying to say. Unless you see the ballot being cast, you can always mind fuck yourself, is what I was going towards.
Can we agree there's dirty people behind closed doors that could manipulate systems? Can we just agree with that? That's a reality, that there's a way to do that?
I think that somebody could find a way to penetrate the system,
Because there's a human element along the lines that
but I think there's too many people
possible.
involved for you not to get caught.
I would think that as well.
Yeah,
But
that's
the truth
the truth
is
about it. There's too many people involved for you not to get
I would
caught.
think that, especially the conspiracy theories about the presidencies and all this. Like,
Yes.
I mean, there's too many people. What do you mean? Like,
Correct.
too many people would know about
Correct.
this
Too
to
many
not
people-
share,
too
right?
many people
Aliens,
do
all this
know.
other stuff. I get that.
Every time
But
there's
it's-
some
it's
shit that
true.
happens, it eventually comes out because motherfuckers can't keep their mouth shut.
That's what I said to you earlier too, though. Before was like, just because we don't know it now doesn't mean that it's not fucking true. Just because we don't know or something was said and we haven't figured it out yet doesn't mean that it didn't fucking happen. So
Okay.
anyway,
Hang on. But is there a truth or is there no truth? I got to ask that question.
is there truth?
Yeah.
Is this just a philosophical question?
It's a philosophical question.
Yes, there is truth
How do you know it?
because science,
What about science?
math equation, this plus this equals this. That's true.
Who says?
Okay,
It could be a lie.
The word,
It could be a lie.
no, me moving my hand is not a lie.
It could be. It could be an optical
You're
illusion.
living in the Matrix.
Well, I'm just saying it's the same relevancy you're giving everything as being the
No,
truth.
why not everything?
You just said everything is a truth until you find out it's a lie.
We're talking about like ideas and things that you think have happened. I don't know how to put that into words. That's extreme, saying that everything's a lie until it's proven to, everything's true until it's a lie.
That's what you just said like a dozen times.
For conversations and verbatim,
Okay,
for like
okay.
verbal transfers.
Okay.
Like, what are we?
Now that
We're
we're
saying
talking-
about
now
the
that we're
physical
saying-
science here. We're
now that
talking
we're
about
saying
words.
There's a dozen of us in a fucking room, and one tells a story that is just incredible.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of you could believe it until you find out it's a lie.
Correct.
Okay, so I'm down with that 1,000%.
Okay.
But we're not.
Wow.
We're not
That took
dealing.
a long time.
But no, we're not dealing with the emotions. We're dealing with either something is true or it's not true.
right. It's conjecture or rumor or truth.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's conjecture until you
It's a rumor and
it's
then
a
it's found
rumor
truth.
and it's found to be true, right?
I don't know how the sequence goes, but I'm
Well,
down.
I think it has to be in the middle till you figure it out. Dude.
Okay, but back to our we went way out. We're weaving back in.
Way off. That was like 30
we
minutes.
Now we're weaving
Hope
back in.
people are still listening. I
No, they are because they're going, look at these two.
yeah, look at these idiots. These people are like, damn, he's talking to Bo like that. That motherfucker's gonna get his ass kicked.
That's hilarious. Okay.
What would that just kill?
No. So it was about finances. Okay.
Yeah, the bubble.
And so we're going back to just a quick history lesson is that at some point we took money from the rich people and we put it into, as an example, programs to help the poor people, welfare. We put it into people pay Social Security now so that you can have something for retirement because nobody had anything for retirement. When they worked their whole lives, when they stopped working, they had nothing and they were fucking just destitute and gonna die.
The surface, these are really good ideas.
Correct. So I'm not saying, I'm just saying that's what happened.
I understand that.
And during that time frame, rich people paid up to 90% in taxes. They didn't leave the country. They didn't take their money, their ball, and go fucking not let anybody else play.
Right.
They did it. Okay. I don't know how it all got done because I wasn't there. I got to read more. I got to do some research on how people felt about that whole thing. I'm sure they were pissed.
Sure, they hated it.
Sure, they hated it. Okay. But what came out of it? Now we took those money.
Industrial Revolution.
We took that money. Well, no, Industrial Revolution was before that.
Before when? Oh, I'm talking too early.
Yeah, 1800s
I was
was
thinking
Industrial
like
Revolution. Now we're in the early 1900s.
40s, 50s, 60s.
Yeah.
We started
The
to ramp up on
yeah.
manufacturing.
No. So now we're in the 40s, World War II. Then we got out of World War II, and now we're in the most prosperous time the United States has ever had as a whole. One person could go to work, create enough income to own a home,
And have
own a car,
kids.
have
Two and a
two or three kids,
2.5 kids.
2.5 kids, go on vacations. Their kids were being raised by a parent or a mom who was there for them, who helped educate them. Somebody was there to take care of. Somebody was one out of the two people was there to take care of the house,
Yeah.
while the other one was making the pay. I don't care how you do the gender in today's
we
world.
know all that. We
Yeah.
know what it was.
But at that point, the government took that money and they built more roads. They expanded the freeway system out to the West Coast.
More
They built more bridges.
properties.
They built more dams. We had more electricity flowing. So we took those and we put those into national projects that paid people to go to work. Okay? So I think you have to have a certain amount of that. Now the question goes back to, I'm rich and I don't want somebody else to make those decisions. So now I have a choice. I can either pay my taxes and I can have faith that that person that I elected to spend my money is going to spend it wisely. If I don't believe so, then we have to create another system is what I'm trying to get to. What is that system?
Everybody has different goals in life and different opinions on what those money should and shouldn't go to. I mean, because you have corruption issues when you like one of the first things you said, for EBT programs and welfare programs, and what was the other one after that you said?
You have Social Security. Yeah.
So yeah, I can get on board with the surface ideas of those things, but when I look at, and maybe it's a lie because I don't
know. Well, it depends on what you hear.
Someone living in a Section 8 house isn't paying rent because they're on Section 8.
Yeah, that's for real.
Their Mercedes is on the street.
That's for real.
And their Louis is on the bag. And the Gucci's on the sweater.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, hang on a second.
And
We don't know that. And now do I...
Look, we're going to go with... We're going to go with conjecture.
Hang on a second. Do I agree with you that people are gaining the system? 1,000%.
Right. So when
Do I
you
agree
can't
that
sell
that
it
person has a Benz out front and a Gucci bag? I don't know if I can agree with that. Can I agree that they're gaming the system and that they're surviving and they're making and they're living?
then, I was giving examples.
But
So
I don't know
gaming
if
is
they're
the
fucking.
idea.
Yes, but I don't
So
know if they're.
gaming is
I don't know
so
if they're rolling in a
They're
Mercedes and got
taking,
Gucci bags.
and they fucking are. They're taking
Okay. Those are the ones
when
selling
they
dope
don't
on the side.
deserve. Well, they're taking when they
I agree
could
with
be,
you. I agree.
and or utilizing their monies for.
I agree with you.
Right. So you can't sell that. You can't sell that till that's clean.
I agree.
When
with
that's
you.
clean, I'm all over that. Yeah,
Okay.
tax me more to give to that 100%.
Okay.
You want to go back to mental health care systems or big mental health buildings so that people can be taken care of instead of being on the street because their families can't handle it anymore. I'm all over that. I'm for that. But you have to
Okay,
clean,
but what about the rich
you have
person?
to clean that up.
Okay, but hang on a second. What about the rich person that isn't?
I can't speak if they would or wouldn't be because I think that
You're
they're
just-
not because all these things that we're talking about are dirty.
Okay.
They're not clean enough for me to say that I can willingly give money that I have earned in tax money to that system. Because I
feel you.
again feel like anybody who earns that money shouldn't be told what to do. And I shouldn't be told that I should give it to somebody because they're struggling and they don't want to go work.
No,
Hold
working.
on. No.
Okay.
There are people that don't. There are a lot
There are
of people in
that can't.
our state.
There are people.
No,
that can't.
I'm not talking about them.
Oh, okay.
I'm only
I just
talking
wanna know 'cause
about
we-
the dirty ones. What have dirty,
Okay, let's
muddy
say
the
that.
water.
Let's keep that in the
The
forefront.
ones-
the ones that are
Yes,
gaming the system.
This is strictly about that. My whole conversation is about that.
Okay.
It's too dirty and muddy for me to get on board to blindly say I'm down to give more money to this.
Okay. I'm
Because
totally.
I don't even want one penny going.
I'm totally with
If
you.
I give 100 pennies and 99 of them need it and one of
Yep.
them doesn't, it's still dirty.
Okay.
So that needs to be, and so if you want anyone on board, that has to happen. I'm
I
not
agree
saying
with you.
That will solve everything, but everything has to be cleaner.
I agree with you.
Otherwise, I'm not going to be okay with it,
I agree with you.
no matter the amount.
So, do you think that's possible?
Yes, I do, because I think that those systems are created for that exact reason, to help the ones that need it. So,
But how do we stop the ones from gaming the system?
honest people, honest human element, checking the paperwork. Just like I said with the voting thing, you have a human element that touches something, and all it takes is one that knows where, and they're the ones that are the one that keyed in the computer. If you got someone in there that knows what they're doing, they can make that decision. Someone ends up making the decision at some point. Some manager, whatever, whoever's the last check, they get to make the final decision on what goes through. Fill in the blank, whatever that may be.
You're talking
that
about
goes-
budget-wise for whatever
I'm
we're
talking
spending
about
money
no
on.
matter what you're filing. I don't care if it's for your driver's license or it's for a tax incentive. Everything in between. Some human element is the last person to approve. And they are the ones, and if they're dirty, they'll pick what they want. That's reality. So you have to clean all that up. Everything has to be checked. And if everything can be clean, it all goes away really fast.
Okay, so
Because
I
think the money they're
appreciate
getting
what you're
now- I
saying.
think the money they're getting now is probably enough.
I appreciate what you're saying. Okay. Now I'm gonna just throw a couple devil's advocate points out there on those concepts.
Okay.
That it's important that we don't. Now, when you say that, what's in your mind? Who's the person that's gaining the welfare system in your mind?
The
It doesn't have to be an ethnicity.
Yeah, I don't
Forget
know what
about
the
an
question
ethnicity.
is.
So let's just say that forget about their ethnicity. In the social ladder, who's the one gaining the welfare system?
Well, I still don't know
Poor
if
people?
I understand the who's gaining it.
Who's gaming? Who's
Gaming it.
who's gaming it?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll walk into that answer.
Poor people.
The people who are on the lower economic level,
Okay.
right?
So now I want to ask you,
Okay.
what about the rich people that are doing it?
Bad.
But do you even think about the rich people doing it when you think in that concept, or do you only think
because
about the poor people?
and here's why I'm not able to tell if rich people are doing it.
And the only reason
So
they're
I
not.
don't know if
what,
they
what
are.
do you, what do you think do you have a thought on what you could do to find out if rich people are doing that?
whatever the cleaning up for both sides of the coin. It doesn't matter what the coin, like if it's rich people or poor people doing it.
No. But I'm
fine.
asking you, like, do you think there's something you could physically go do right now that would increase your knowledge about rich people doing that?
Oh, if I wanted to figure that out,
Yeah.
I'd Google. I'm
Okay. I'm down with
guessing.
Google. I'm down with
I'm
that.
kinda
You said that's
unsure.
that's a relatively easy way to get there.
I'm
Okay.
kind of unsure what we're.
But what I'm taking is, you could find out who's doing this if you followed who's giving them the contracts from the government. So you find out who are the rich people.
Oh, you're talking about gaming.
Gaming
Different
the
version
system.
of gaming.
Okay,
system.
so this is a different
It's a different
welfare
version.
system, but it still is people getting free money from the government for doing nothing, and they're rich, and they
Yes,
have also
yes.
found ways to do it. Corporations do it all the
Not okay.
time.
Well, yeah, not okay. And
Okay.
it's hard to figure out where it's legal and when it's not, because
But it's
we
also-
all make deals on the golf course, so to speak.
Right.
So
Right.
if your
So
friends, you're likely to
all
get the
I'm
job.
saying is you're a rich person who's now taking the other 30 people's rich people's people they put in these taxes, and you're getting a benefit from it. You're an unfair advantage.
Yes.
And you're literally stealing for either charging an absorbent amount for a fucking
No,
for a
no, I
small
know what
part,
you're
or
going-
you know what I'm saying? There's
I
a ton
understand.
of ways we
selling a house for $12 million when it's only worth $3 million.
Yes.
Because the guy that signs it says it's cool and it's government
Yes.
money. No,
All of that,
No, I'm
bro.
not okay with any of that.
Okay.
No, I want fair
I
market.
just want to make sure that I don't want to. I mean, it ain't my job to make sure shit. But in our conversation, that we look at that, because you're right. A majority of people who think about people gaming the system, only you hear it time welfare, poor people, welfare, poor people.
They don't think of the other avenue that you.
They
just
don't
brought
think
up.
of rich people doing it left and
It's
fucking right.
It's the same. It's the same result, even though the equation's different.
Yes.
Stealing from the government.
Yes.
I
Stealing from the
agree, and I'm
taxpayers.
not okay. I think fair market is real. I think I like fair market. I like to
Okay.
run my business in that way.
So now, the system that we have is supposed to work like this.
Yeah.
We need to get something done for our public interest. Either roads, freeways, highways, infrastructure, cabling of fiber, whatever it is that we need to make our lives better.
Right.
We have a system right now where you accept at least 3 bids from a contractor.
Yeah. There's a lot city laws, county laws where
Those 3 bids are supposed to go in unseen, sealed. There's a group of people who work within that department who make the decision. Let's just say 10 of them, or let's go 5. It'll make it even easier. They take the envelopes. They all come into an office. They all sit around a table. They pull out the 3 bids. They open them up. Boom, boom, boom. They make sure that all of them cover the
recording correct, and the lowest one gets.
and the lowest one gets the job.
Right.
Is that the system that we have created today that we're supposed to be operational?
That's how it's supposed to be operated.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have that system in place.
Yeah.
Now, to fund that job, the state puts it in a budget and request, and they send it to the federal government. The federal government takes your taxes. Another department looks at it. They say, we're allocating this much money to those jobs.
Yeah, the budget.
So now there's another group of people who are up here looking at the budget and making sure it goes somewhere. Now, the problem is that the people in power take that process and they taint it.
Yeah.
They manipulate it, and they say, no, the only way you're going to send that, you can't put my buddy Bob's company on it, but here's what I want you to do. I want you to put in that contract that only the company with 64 trucks can get this contract. Why do I want that in the contract? Because Bob's company has exactly 64 fucking trucks.
Yeah, no,
and I want
do.
Bob's company to
They
get that
manipulate
job.
it so that their friend can get it without it looking like it's illegal.
Correct. Okay.
I'm not cool with any of that.
So I'm letting you know that all these things do happen
Yes.
on a regular basis.
Yes.
And that's how shit gets dirty.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
How do you change that? Because there's supposed to be a penalty for somebody doing that, correct? But that's called a white collar crime. And you know what the penalty for a white collar crime is? A fine. Very few ever get convicted or ever have to do any time or have any serious consequences. And it's all slushed around in the finances, and the fine is paid, and so on and so forth.
Well, isn't that based on the law, though? Aren't those fines and those repercussions based on laws that we've put in place?
Yeah, but who keeps writing the laws? Who has
People
the money?
vote.
No.
Oh,
No.
that's what you said.
No, I did not say that.
You said that's what we do.
No,
We
I did
vote,
not
we
say
send
that.
them in.
I did not. That's not how laws are written.
Laws are not written by
Laws are voted
only
on.
a bill.
Laws are voted on.
Capitol Hill.
Laws are voted on by somebody we elected to be put in that position. But if the person we elected is being manipulated financially or spiritually,
Gavin Newsom.
yeah,
I said it.
I know
I said it.
I don't know why you went to Gavin Newsom. Why didn't you pick any of the
Because
Republicans?
I live in this fucking
Why
state.
didn't you pick any
Because I live
Republicans?
here, and he's dog shit.
He's not in the Senate, and he's not in the
He'll
House.
be president soon.
I'm asking you, the people that are in the Senate and in the House.
I don't know anyone else's name. I only know the ones from here.
Okay, that's
And our president.
That's not
Your
true,
president.
but I'm going to let
everyone
you
who's
ride on that
listening
one.
president.
Okay, yeah, exactly. He is everybody's president. And but now you have to depend on them doing the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
The human element, which I brought up
the
earlier.
human element. So here's what here's my change to it that I wonder if somebody could figure this out. Instead of doing things the way that we do, let the rich people put their money in a bucket. Let the rich corporations put their money in a bucket. And that money is going to be allotted towards our societal advancement or our societal benefit, meaning new roads, new this, help for mental people, help for poor people, whatever the cause is, okay? And now you have the contracts and everything already pre-negotiated and the numbers done. And now the money from the bucket goes here. I have my rich people have their own fucking team of people that are
Board of
making sure that this
directors.
shit is correct.
Yeah.
And the money's going to a good place. Now, I don't know if that's even possible, but at least it would take the fucking argument out that dumb people are spending my money and I don't trust them.
Yeah. That does. Yeah, that solves that
It
question.
solves that issue, does it not?
Yeah, it does. But that,
So now you should be happy to pay your taxes because now you have a say in what your money's being spent on.
I don't know about that. I don't know if that part plays, but I what you said is true. But I wouldn't have a say in where that money went.
Whatever. You
Still
wouldn't.
trusting the board of directors that we voted on, that we put in. So you're
Well,
still
no.
doing the democratic thing, the democratic idea.
Yeah,
is
you
still
still-
being
you still-
played.
yes.
And you still have to trust the human element for them to make the decision. What if
the
they're just
difference is-
unhappy about what they read, and we are unknown of some information that they decided not to give money to this program because they found something else out, or they were unhappy about this, but I didn't know and I disagreed. You're never going to be happy. You always have to trust somebody to make the decision at the top. End of story. That's just the way this society has been built, and that's the way it's going to be.
Okay, I'm not doubting that.
Yeah, I don't, it doesn't change everybody's outlook on taxes at that point,
Why not?
because it's not realistic that you still have to trust somebody. So it's not different from what we're doing now. It's literally no different. You still have to trust somebody to make the decision at the top for whatever reason that they have seen.
Okay, but hang on a second.
Whatever reason they decide, and whatever they've read and heard, and whatever they base their decision on, you have to trust that.
Okay, hang on a second. You're still voting, you're still putting people in offices, okay?
Yeah.
But now there's a budget from all of our taxes that, let's call it 10%, okay? 10% of all of we get taxed 10% across the board, and that 10% runs the voting, legislative, bill writing, planning, all of our planning for everything comes out of that 10%. Okay? And we leave that. But now the money stays over here, and Joe Manchin and Pelosi and Schumer. I'm calling out all the Democrats because you guys don't think the Republicans do any dirt, so I might as well just fucking throw all the Democrats under the bus. Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fuck them all.
Fuck them. Newsom, all of them. Throw them in there. It's our state. That's all we got. So just throw the names out.
And we go from there, okay? And now they're taking our vote, or what we want them to do, what we think we want them to do, and they're pushing those ideas in front of the people with money to get the things done. So the people with money should have no problem funding these things, because now they're the ones who are fucking putting the money into it, and they see all the documentation before them. They know they can research all the companies doing the things. They can research all the things that they've already paid the 10% in the beginning to get this information done.
I need to
it's
stop
no
you.
different.
They still have to agree with what they're reading. And if they decide against it, you have the same exact equation you have now, where money is either going or not going, and people disagree with where it's going. Like, just because, put me into that fucking circle for a minute, right?
Okay.
Put me into that percent. I'm not on the board, but I'm in the percent that my money is going in there. That big dollar, that big
Then
one,
you are on the
big
board,
buck.
buddy.
You can't have 6 million people on the fucking board. However many rich motherfuckers are all on the board.
You think there's 6 million of them?
I could throw a number out. There's not 5.
Let's say
not
there's
5.
let's say that there's, okay, of the big people putting the big money in,
100?
let's say 100.
Okay, so there's 100. Okay, so
They
then
can
there's
figure that
5
out
of
in
them.
text.
Okay, so there's 5 of them, and then we're all going to vote and tell them what we want.
They could be on Slack
and they
together.
still do something different, and we don't all vote the same. It's not a unanimous vote. I'm in that circle. What if I vote and you're in the circle too, and we vote differently? It's majority rules, and then they go with what majority rules, right?
Isn't that what it is now?
But exactly, that's what I'm getting at. It's
But that has
different.
No, they did.
It's no different because I still disagree.
You're
now that it's going through and it disagrees.
changing the argument now. I'm just saying, what is the reason?
The argument was whether you agree with where the money goes.
No, the argument.
And if
No,
I
that
pay
wasn't
taxes.
the argument. We could also make that an argument, but our original thing was that everything's corrupt. Mm-hmm. And then you can't
You
trust
try to figure somebody out.
You
to
can't trust because they're corrupt.
Right.
So I'm trying to take the corruption out of it as much as possible.
I get that, but you don't really can't trust there's no corruption, because if I vote differently than you, I get to make up in my head why the fuck they didn't go my way, and maybe they have something going on that I didn't know about. Maybe they have some side shit going on, because it comes down to the final human element who makes a decision. If they have something going on that's dirty, they will make the decision based on the dirt. So it doesn't really matter whose fucking little circle makes the choice. If we all vote, not everybody goes unanimous. So therefore, there's always a risk factor of trust because I disagreed. And people will do that.
Okay, so I'm just trying to find solutions here.
Sorry, I'm raining on your parade.
And if we can't ever say that anything is ever going to work, or we can't give anything a try, then we might as well just have the revolution.
I
and say,
think
fuck
that
it.
it's the idea is obviously good. There's good reason behind it. Yet we don't know how to execute it.
Right.
But here are the reasons why I feel like it's even tougher to find ways to execute, because you still have to trust someone at the top. And because money is the root of all evil, people make decisions based on dirt, and
Okay, so now I just want to go back.
that won't
Okay.
ever change.
And I want to ask you. So now you don't like that there's the corruption part of it, and that's now you don't like paying your taxes. But you also don't like the way the money's being spent.
What was the first part? I don't like my taxes.
No, you don't trust. You think that they're all shisty and that they're all robbing us of our
I'll
taxes.
go for all. I'll say all for you. That's fine.
Okay.
Blanket.
Okay, how about majority?
Really, but okay.
Do you feel majority is?
We could just go with blanket. It's fine.
Okay,
That's just
okay.
not true for the 5 people listening. I'm not blanket stating this, but for the
Sake of the argument?
sake of the argument,
Okay,
let's
all right,
go
for the
for
sake of
it.
the argument, that's fair. So the corruption side of it, And now the other decision is where the money's being spent. How it's no, we shouldn't say how it's. I guess where it's being spent.
How?
Yeah, I guess you could say how. Okay, but there's a reasonable structure. As an example, in your business, there's a reasonable structure that you have to purchase them. You have to sell the item.
Yeah.
Then you have to take the PO and get it in. Now you have to go purchase the materials. Then you have to have the materials brought to you. Then you have to produce the materials. Then you have to deliver the materials, said materials. Okay.
Yes.
And each step in that process, it's pretty understood what your budget is, isn't it?
Well, I mean,
And
you quote based on your budget.
If all of a sudden you had a 13% increase and you couldn't find the money anywhere, that would be a red flag, would it not?
What?
If you had a 13% increase in your
material,
cost, and you didn't know where that went, that would be a red flag for you, would it not?
Oh, if I after the job was done, I looked and I said, oh, it cost me 13% more than I thought it was, would it be a red flag? Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
More than likely, you could go and find out where that discrepancy is, correct?
Yes, because I have a ERP system.
So then you can find out the fraud and you can put the motherfucker in jail if that's the case. And then you can eliminate that. And then now everybody knows that motherfucker's in jail for doing it. And it's going to be worse for the next person.
Right.
And let's not have that fraud.
We already have that system.
Oh, we do?
But we don't do that. But we don't really.
Why don't we do that?
That's because the ones who run it are the fucking in it together.
Okay. Well, as long as I just want to make sure we're in it, bro.
All about all of this. All of it. We're going to agree on all of it. I just
that makes sense to me.
know why this shit ain't going to work. I know what the fucking issue is.
Okay.
And it's not about Republican, Democrat. It's not about race or fucking religion. It's about money and people. And you are not fixing that. No one's fixing that shit.
But
so if aliens show up and we all have to come together and fight them off like independent.
Yes.
Become one.
I hope.
Become one. Just like
I hope we don't even have to fight off some aliens. But yeah, you're right. That might be.
I told you if they show up, I want to be dead in the first like 5 seconds. I don't want to survive that shit. I like ice cubes. I like AC. I like.
What if they come bring advancements?
No, if they show up cool. That if they're nice, then we ain't fighting them.
Okay. Yeah,
if they come to fight, no.
Okay.
I'm straight. Take me.
Yeah, I think we're gonna lose
Take me
too.
first. We're gonna lose.
So then the bottom line is the system can't be fixed. Quit bitching, just fucking pay more into it and keep rolling.
I don't know. Unfortunately, it is a mentality that works for our short life periods. We need happiness in our lives. We have other things to worry about. So sometimes that's what happens. And then the truth is, no, you don't want to do that. No, we don't want to just roll over because it just gets worse and worse. But we don't all agree.
But
so
we're
what's
about
worse
to.
for you isn't always worse for me.
No. Let me tell you.
So
the rich people in this country, when the shit hits the fan, they're not going to be so
fine.
bad off.
No, they'll be fine. They'll have to sell off of like 5 of their houses, but
yes, they'll
they
move
won't
to another
sell.
country.
Yeah,
when the shit goes sideways.
I get that. It's some of them will it'll be over for them. A lot of them it won't be.
Yeah,
I get that. Yeah, that's true.
But
yeah,
I shouldn't have been a peon. I should have been somebody special.
Don't be a peasant. Don't be a peasant. Go work.
Oh,
lie.
Shit.
That's enough.
Yeah.
I've had enough of you today. Don't you have somewhere to be?
Hey, so listen, everybody listen. Don't take anything that we say today as serious. I mean, as an offense or anything like that.
No, we just
because
debate.
we're just throwing shit out there, ideas, and I am totally up for every idea that comes my way. Bring it and let's talk about it.
What happened today is what sprouted this show. We would do this shit in the pool.
Yes.
And
yes.
Our wives were like, "Oh my god, they're arguing."
Yes.
No, we're not.
Yes.
We're fucking.
Or my wife's sitting me on the shoulder. Shut up.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I don't want you guys. We are not fighting.
We're just locking.
Yes.
What's wrong with you? Yeah. No. Hell no. Respect.
Respect and love.
All right.
Don't be shitty.
Don't be shitty.
Don't be shitty.
Like, subscribe, share, comment.
Peace out.
And see you never.
I'ma talk shit in a world gone stupid.
A bullshit? A bullshit.